According to a story released in an Australian publication, the skirmish between Indian and Chinese troops at Galwan, in eastern Ladakh, in June 2020, resulted in the deaths of at least 38 People's Liberation Army soldiers. The Galwan Valley is located in the eastern section of Kashmir, in the Western Himalayas, on the ill-defined India-China boundary. India confirmed 20 of its soldiers were killed in the 2020 fight, which was conducted in hand-to-hand warfare, in sub-zero conditions, on the night of June 15 and 16. China has always refused to reveal the overall number of fatalities. The Indian government has implemented large-scale boycotts, notably of Chinese mobile phone apps, as a result of the clash and its aftermath, which has been virtually totally ignored by the Chinese state media. However, Beijing declared in February of last year, 8 months after the violent conflict, that 4 of its troops who died had received posthumous medals. China also claimed that the Galwan Valley combat resulted in significant Chinese deaths is not new. However, information presented by a group of social media researchers, which the Klaxon has independently verified, appears to back up reports that China's fatalities were far larger than the 4 troops stated by Beijing. It also demonstrates the extremes to which Beijing has gone to quiet debate over the incident, particularly debate over the exact number of Chinese deaths. According to the findings of the Galwan Decoded investigation, which were published in Australian Daily, the Klaxon said that Chinese soldiers panicked into retreat when their injured leader departed the battlefield and 2 of their colleagues were killed. According to the Klaxon, India's Colonel Santosh Babu and his forces went to the disputed territory on June 15 to try to remove the Chinese encroachment, where People's Liberation Army, Colonel Chief Abao, and around 150 soldiers were present. However, instead of resolving the problem along the lines of mutual accord, reached on June 6, 2021, Chief Abao directed his forces to create a battle formation. Colonel Fabao assaulted the Indian forces, and 2 other PLA officers, Battalion Commander Chen Hongjun and Soldier Chen Xiangrong, launched a physical fight with the Indian troops using steel pipes, sticks, and stones to allow him to flee. Colonel Fabao was struck in the head by an Indian Army soldier and rushed back with significant injuries. On security considerations, the academics who worked on the article for a year, based on first-hand testimonies from deleted Chinese social media accounts, have declined to be named. According to the report, the majority of the Chinese forces were swept away in the Galwan River during the intervening night of June 15 and 16. According to the investigation, Beijing not only concealed a lot of information about what really transpired, what led to the clash, but also exaggerated the number of deaths on its side. What China told the world were essentially bogus stories. Although Chinese officials have removed many blogs and websites, digital archives from mainland China reflect a different scenario.